As of Unreal Engine 4.24, the input bindings for VR devices have been changed. They used to all use the same name, but now they've been changed so that each device has its own name. It makes sense since VR controllers aren't looking any more similar. It doesn't look like that's going to be changing anytime soon. But it means that this image that I've been using throughout this series is now useless. So I made a new one, and this one shows the current names for the Vive. I don't have any other VR controllers, so I can't speak to how they're mapped, but it should be a lot easier now that they all have specific names to each device. And really the process of updating your project to 4.24 should be painless. Unfortunately, I had a lot of trouble with that. Converting and copying my project into a 4.24 project gave me a lot of issues with the inputs. It just wasn't recognizing what I was telling it to use. Like none of the inputs I was putting in were being recognized. Now apparently that's a Steam setting issue and I could fix it through that, but I thought a better way would be to just use the VR expansion template project. Not only then would I have a project that's definitely working properly with the most recent version of Unreal, but I'd also have all the networking done and some other examples to use when I go over other parts of the plugin. So I downloaded that. For any of you who don't know how that works, you're going to go to the VR expansion plugin website, VREUE4.com, go under the repositories and code, go to the example template repository. It's very similar to the plugin. You can just go to the downloads here and download the repository right here. That'll give you a UE4 project that you can rename. And like I said, it's already working with networking and a lot of examples for what you can do with the plugin. So after I got that up, I migrated my content folder, the VREP content folder that I had, migrated that over into this new project from the example template. And really all I had to do after that was just go into my project settings and add a couple of different input bindings. These were already in here from the example template. And I just repurposed them in the character blueprint by renaming these. So this was the movement control switch, and these were probably shoulder button, and now they're laser beam because that's what they are in the template for the top shoulder button of the Vive. And so I had to add in the trackpad left, trackpad right to put in the snap turning, and the trackpad touch information as well for the movement. But it was actually super painless, so I don't feel the need to go over it in detail. The only other thing I changed that's important for the core of it is I added this new material, Rudy for rudimentary, and an instance of it. And what this allows me to do is change the base color of it, change the emissive color of it, and make it emissive or not, as well as mess with the metallic and roughness if I wanted to as well. It's a pretty simple material. Just a vector parameter for the base color and some standard constants that I turn to parameters for metallic and roughness. And then the emissive if-then statement for whether or not this is less than 0, will it be emissive or not. Then I can increase the strength to make it brighter. That's probably not the best way to do it, but it was quick and easy. And that's all I need. You'll see how I use this material in some later videos. But as of now, that's it for this update.